were further back, you had no chance. They were pretty spread out as they go side by side. Pagano making a move.
Oh, no, going turn one. Hard contact into the wall.
Michaela Lotion loses it down low. Marco
Andretti's they're piling
out.
into him.
Several cars taken out. Marco Andretti.
The guy who made the move on the start was J.R. Hildebrand, but Sebastian Bourdais here, big hit in the side pod.
Championship leader, Sebastian Bourdais.
And quite a few cars involved in this one. Didn't even get out of turn two.
I knew it was going to be a slick track. We just had a sprint car race, a 100-lap feature sprint car race about an hour ago.
I think this win will mean a lot for Roger Penske, too. He and Elio have a very special relationship. They've worked together for so many years. And Castroneves is a lap and a half away from breaking the drought.
His lead now at 4 seconds over second place.
And we're poised for our 9th different winner of the season. Graham Rahal and Joseph Newgarden are still going at it for 5th position. White flag for Elio Castroneves. Under a mile to go to win for the 30th time in his career. On the backstretch, J.R. Hildebrand is nearly 4 seconds in arrears. Castroneves, 2 more turns to go. Checkered flag, win number 30. It snaps a more than 3-year drought. And Castroneves squarely is in the championship hunt.
There's his teammate Ed Jones in front of him.
I'm sure if you saw Claire's fingers were crossed on both ends.
These are the hardest laps for the family to sit in the pits.
Yeah, we know what's going on in the car. It's pretty simple for us. We just got some turns to navigate.
He's still attacking. Did you see him attack that curb at 3? Well, he's got an 8-second lead, so that turn in the fuel map to setting 1 for Pagano must have been, we need to save more to make it to the checkers.
Or there's a code there. One's not really 1, maybe one's 5. You never know.
Maybe he wants to have a 9-second lead just to in the racing style. What a perfect drive. What a great execution. Bourdais has won 4 times in the last 3 years with the KV Racing team. The last time someone won from last starting spot in an IndyCar Series race, 2014, Scott Dixon at Mid-Ohio. Final corner. A 36th career win and a hometown checkered flag for St. Petersburg, Sebastian Bourdais and Dale Coyne Racing.
Backed out in the drivers' meeting today. The drivers were warned and reminded as they nearly come together.
There it goes. Oh, that's the big one. That's the big one.
Big crash.
Oh boy. Hildebrand, Jones. Hinchcliffe. Lotion. And then many others up front. This and Hunter Ray is about as big as we ever see in IndyCar.
Little oil fire there for Hunter Ray on the headers, and you can see the frustration from, I think that's either Connor Daly or Munoz. The front and rear was knocked off.
Well, we knew it was going to happen at some point.
I want to get Chip Ganassi's view on this. Chip, you've seen the replay, or we can show it to you now. What do you think? Was this Tony's fault?
Well, Katie, you know, first of all, I want to say this is the kind of racing we're trying to avoid. And you had the 5-car out there. That 5-car crashed in the pit lane, was trying to crash all night, and he stuck his nose in that situation right there. Why didn't the 5-car just stay right there? Okay, instead, he gets pushed down to Tony, and everybody knows going into turn 3, there's an undulation to pavement. It's damn hard to keep these cars going straight, and these guys want to take it 3 wide with 100 laps to go. I got no understanding why.
Are you saying anything to Tony right now?
No, he's got the car turned off. We can't talk to him.
Hinchcliffe out of the care center, and you were very adamant, very upset on the radio. With who?
Tony. It's a shame, man. I mean, he's the most experienced guy in this kind of racing, and you know, unfortunately, Texas isn't what it was. It's gone back to what it used to be, what we got away from. You know, I got to run off of 2 here. If you look now, he's 2.5 car widths to our right, or to our left, sorry, and then just drove me straight into McHale. We were 3 wide. Either his spotter didn't tell him we were 3 wide, or he didn't care. Which I find hard to believe because Tony doesn't race like that. So it was really surprising to see him keep. I mean, look how far away from me he is, and he just goes right. I don't know if he knows the corner's left. You know, it's such a shame, man. I mean, it turned into way more of a pack race than we've had here in a long time, which unfortunately leads to situations like this. A lot of good cars taken out. Glad everybody's okay, but we had such a good car, man. We got that penalty earlier for the pit lane thing, and I'm gutted for Elio. That was really unfortunate. You know, he came right out in front of me all the way to the fast lane. I tried to go around him and looped it. Rookie mistake and took a good car out. I feel bad for those guys. But then we were racing our way back up to the lead lap. You know, we were side by side with Will for the front of the field. And we were coming back up. You know, I think we got ourselves up to 5th. I mean, the car was awesome. The Aero Electronics car was incredible. That last pit stop from the Schmidt-Peterson Motorsport guys was great. It's just super frustrating at the end of the day that was going so well like that.
I want to get your reaction. Chip Ganassi just said a moment ago that maybe you should have lifted because you were in the middle of 3 wide. What's your thought on that?
I think it's adorable. You know, I wasn't the last guy to the 3 wide. If anybody, if he wants to play that game, Mikhail probably should have lifted, being the last guy to the party. But Tony turned right into a left-hand corner, so it's a shame. We wrecked a lot of good race cars, and he got away with it. I mean, he was involved in the Rossi deal. I didn't see that one totally, but I know he was involved in it. He got away with this one. It's like I said, he doesn't normally race like that. I don't know what happened.
The fastest first lap, the fastest 2 laps that we have seen by a big distance.
Both in the 231s, the first driver to put any lap in the 231. So forward trouble. Oh, what a crash! What a terrible crash!
Up and over, car flipped. Came back, up and over. Oh.
That was a hard hit. He's fine. Oh, wow. That just shows you what happens when these cars come unglued to the track.
Look how fast the safety team has responded, and right there beside his car. That's a mere seconds.
Look at who is about to take the track for his first Indy 500 qualifying run ever.
And let's face it, you and I have more friends and family watching this feed because of that guy right there, Fernando Alonso. 2-time Formula One world champion, had the track to himself on Wednesday, May 3rd. It was streamed on YouTube. Over 2 million people watched him turn laps by his lonesome at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Can you begin to describe what's going through his mind right now?
Well, right now, I think the reason why he is such a great driver is that right now he's tuned all that out. All he cares about right now is where are my weight jackers? Where are my bars? How is my opening lap going to be? And you actually heard him lift a little bit on his out lap. Now he's working on the engine mapping here, trying to figure out exactly what fuel trim do I want to be in. And yeah, it's going to be a good warm-up lap here for Fernando Alonso.
4th fastest time in practice this week.
Dixon has fallen back a little bit in 3rd position, but has been able to keep Castroneves
he's got to
behind
run.
him.
He's got to run.
Pagano will try to defend on the low
line. Whoa, he's stuffing it in. Oh my God. Pagano way up high.
The 2 Penske drivers touch, and Joseph Newgarden goes back to the front to the inside of Simon Pagano.
And look at Dixon. Dixon's going to take over 2nd now.
What a swing potentially in the championship. Pagano in front has dropped to 3rd. Dixon is now in 2nd behind Newgarden.
He's up in the gray. He's lost control of the car. He's hoping he's not going to hit the wall. He impacts the wall, comes off the wall, just misses the 10 of Tony Kanaan. Unfortunately, Scott Dixon is right there, up and over the front of the car. Car hits on the top of the wall. The safety cell on these cars, guys, I can't tell you how strong they are. An awful accident, but as we saw, Scott Dixon right there, hands away from the steering wheel. We saw him get out, and when we first went to this frame, when we first saw this accident, you heard some roar from the crowd, and that was because they knew that Scott Dixon was okay.
Chilton was on the push to pass, trying to stay on the lead lap. 1 more lap to go at the line, so he will fight to end his season on the lead lap.
Don't get caught up in that mess in front of you. Do what we're doing here. 1 more.
Cindric giving his driver instructions, don't get caught up with that mess in front of you, because we see Chilton is fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Well, and remember, Max Chilton drives for Chip Ganassi. Even though this might be the last lap that he drives for Chip Ganassi, he's still on that team, and up ahead of Chilton is Charlie Kimball, who might be on his last lap for Chip Ganassi. So that's what Tim Cindric refers to by the mess. They don't want anything to happen that could affect Dixon's ability to make something happen as a miracle here with half a lap to go.
By the way, Max Chilton will finish, if he stays where he is now, Max Chilton will finish 11th in the championship. That's not a bad run. Not a bad run.
He was just on the push to pass. Again, he's wide, tires spinning coming out of the corner. All these marbles here offline. Look at the size of those marbles, Townsend. Big chunks.
Pressure from behind.
They're huge. It looks like a gravel trap. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a brave move for the last lap.
Simon Pagano and his engineer, Ben Bretzman, had composed a really sensible, savvy race, a 4-stop strategy to get Simon Pagenaud the victory as he comes into the final turn. But the focus, he might be in position 2 and car number 2, but he will be number 1. Simon Pagenaud wins in Sonoma, but Joseph Newgarden is the 2017 Verizon IndyCar Series champion.
Great team.
1 lap to go in the Indy 500.
White flag. Keep hustling.
Castroneves tries to close, Sato tries to defend. 2 corners until the checkered flag.
Still clear by 2.
The one that got away comes back to him. Checkered flag is in the air, and the 101st Indianapolis 500 is won by Takuma Sato.